How was Helpdesk Media born and what is it doing?
Helpdesk Media was born from my Instagram account, actually, because actually I left journalism in 2018. I had no plans to come back because I was really tired. But when the war started, so I understood that this is the only thing I can do to write about it, because actually this I can do, and I need to do something. And I started to write about Ukraine as me on my Instagram. It became quite popular. Then we started to talk with Ukrainians, with my friend. Then I started to publish stories from Ukraine. But we wanted not only to write about people, we wanted to help. And we launched the helpline, which goal is to 24/7 free and anonymously help people who are suffering the Russian aggression and repressions. In 3 months the mobilization started, and when it started, so our main work was to help Russians to avoid to going to the war, and we think that it helped both sides, yes, with the Russians to survive, and each Russian which will not come to the front line will not be killed and will not kill. So I think that's hugely important. So actually we do 3 things. We help people, we provide the opportunity in other people to help other people, yes, for example Russians, to help Ukrainians. We raise money in Russia and send them to Ukraine. And the third thing, we write about people. We're trying to show how the real war looks like.
And which are, the most common questions you receive as a Helpdesk?
I can be drafted. What should I do? I left the Russian army. They will persecute me. How can I evacuate? I'm worried that I will be jailed because of some law. We have a huge assortment of laws. I'm stuck. Yes, I'm in depression. I need help. I don't know what to do. Like this. A lot of questions about the problems with the children in the kindergartens and the schools. So children, when they say something in Russia about, so I'm against the war is bad, it can have consequences. I can say that it works like this in 100% cases, but we know a lot of such stories, unfortunately.
And in your opinion, which could be the responsibilities and the role of journalism in the current situation for Russia and Ukraine?
Journalists can do many things, and there are a lot of different journalists, and the different journalists can do different things. For example, there are journalists who made a huge researches and work with the big data, and I know the team of journalists who is looking for some chains of delivery of military equipment to Russia. This is what they do. They are looking for these chains, and they make it public, and they help to disturb it. Yeah, this is one thing. Another thing, you can write about people and find them money to heal, yes, to survive, many things. Yes, this is another type of journalism. This is what we are doing right now. Another type of the journalist just to be very, like, with no emotions, just to write about what's happening, just to people who are actually see that there is another point of view. Yes, there is a lot of different things which journalists can do, but actually it's different for different nations. Yes, I am not only the journalist, I'm the Russian citizen, and I can't look at this war only as a journalist. So so there is a profession, but there is also my responsibility, and my responsibility is not only professional. So actually for me it's like, how can I help Ukraine to win? Yes, how can I? And this is a tough question, because there is not so many things I can do. But also, for me, I just understand that I need to do something, and this is not the most amazing job in life, but I right now understand that I can do anything else, so it's really too hard for me. So what can I do? And actually, it doesn't matter for me how to call it, journalism, activism, or something else. What doesn't make any sense. I can be objective when I'm a part of the conflict. I'm part of the conflict. I'm the citizen of the country which invaded another. You are from Italy, yes, the U.S. journalists. You can have a helicopter view, yes, on this. I can't. So I'm biased from the beginning. That's why. So I should be public about this bias. But I just can't have a helicopter view and discuss, okay, what Ukrainians do wrong in this war? Doesn't matter for me. There's an aggressor, yes, and my country is an aggressor. So this is my problem.
And what can we do as Europeans, I mean, to help Ukraine?
I'm not sure that anybody thought before the war started that Europe can be so united. And NATO can be so united. So I think what's happening is unique already. What I'm worried about that it will change, yes. And what I'm worried about, so I live right now in Germany. There is a lot of signs on the streets, and there are a lot of demonstration about we need peace. This is not our war, and this is what I'm worried about, because I think this is hypocrisy. So Germany, which paid. Which bought a lot of cheap gas, and Russia, so somehow the Europe paid for this war, yes, and the Russian economy bustled because of this money, yes, and European as well. Surely nobody knew that it's possible, but still, and this is your war as well. And if there is no way to there is no peace right now. That's impossible to think about peace right now, because if we will end it now, there will be no peace. There will be something for some years, and there will be a total lie, like it was between 2015 and 2022, and then another war will start, which will be your war, just on your grounds, on your soil. So there is no peace negotiations with Putin. The only way to end this is to destroy the Putin's regime, to make Russia capitulate. Problem is that I don't know how to do it. Yes, Russia is a nuclear power. Yes, but still we're talking about escalation day by day. That there are some red lines, and Europe go through, and the West go through these red lines, but every time they make it later, it can be, yes, send tanks, perfect, but aviation, everything else, you will send it. Just before you will do it, a lot of people will die. So give Ukraine what they need to fight. They are the only who are really fighting Putin. Russians didn't fight Putin. Europe didn't fight Putin. West didn't fight Putin before this war. Right now, the only nation which really is fighting Putin in the whole of Putin's history is the Ukrainians. So let's help them to do it.